Finally, the master's identity is revealed in When the Phone Rings. Viewers are clutching their pearls, anxious for the next episode, as the drama has officially reached its boiling point. And just when we thought it couldn't get any better, the next episode's preview has us all holding our breath. Will SaEon and HeeJoo finally consummate their marriage? Their love, their vulnerability, their palpable anxiety for each other. It's a mix of romance and suspense that's left fans buzzing. Meanwhile, HeeJoo's heartfelt dream finally comes true, as she shares a touching sign language moment with SaEon and earns her father's long-awaited recognition. SangWoo redeems himself in the most heroic way, saving SaEon from the burning house, and teaming up with him to solve the orphanage mystery. And what about KyuJin? She finally comes face to face with her psychopathic son, and the tension in that scene was off the charts. Plus, we all had a good laugh at YoungWoo's hilariously disappointed reaction, when SaEon chose to call DoJae, instead of him after their dramatic hand bump moment. When the Phone Rings is peeling back its layers, and with the finale looming, the stakes couldn't be higher. Stick around as we unpack all these jaw-dropping moments, dive into hidden details you might have missed, and share some wild predictions for what's coming next. But before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're the first to catch our deep dives into When the Phone Rings. Let's unravel this thrilling puzzle together. As suspected, DoJae is the master behind the kidnapper, the real SaEon. This means he was the one who pushed HeeJoo off the cliff during the retreat. According to Hyukjin's findings, he's one of the twins from the orphanage. He lost his twin to the real psychopathic SaEon. What this also means is that he teamed up with the real SaEon, not knowing his real identity, to avenge his twin brother, whom he thought was killed by the spokesperson. However, he grew a soft spot for SaEon over the years, as he brought him with him to the Blue House. This is why you could see his genuine concern for him, in some scenes, which made some viewers rule him out as a likely suspect. If you noticed, he always reached out to the kidnapper, whenever he tried to harm SaEon, like during the bombing and fire incidents. But for HeeJoo, he thought she was an easy target. If you also noticed, after he warned the kidnapper about acting alone, the kidnapper said DoJae will be the one to cause trouble. He could have had DoJae kidnap HeeJoo at the end of the episode, or whatever SaEon had confided in DoJae, instead of YoungWoo, made him decide to act. It looked like DoJae was waiting for someone to arrive, after drugging HeeJoo, and driving her to an unknown place. And from the preview, she'll wind up at the pond, where the real SaEon's victims ended up. He must have attacked DoJae and taken HeeJoo to the pond. Meanwhile, it seems like spokesperson SaEon is the late chairman's son. In the last episode, the fisherman who raised him told him not to call him father, indicating he's not his son. According to Ina, she never met the real SaEon, despite being his next-door neighbor. This is because he was hidden in the mansion, close to the orphanage, to hide his twisted nature. When his atrocities didn't subside and his mother, who's a criminal profiler, couldn't help her son, the late chairman decided to drown him. SaEon witnessed this, which gave him nightmares for years, making him hate the chairman, his father. The late chairman intentionally didn't give the poor boy, his illegitimate child, a name, making it easy for him to replace his grandson, the real SaEon, with him. It's also clear that the real SaEon murdered the kids from the orphanage, and his grandfather, the late chairman, with the fisherman, helped him dispose of the bodies. This means SaEon and SangWoo's goals are aligned, as SangWoo hopes to uncover the mysteries behind the kids' disappearance, while SaEon hopes to expose the Becks with their deaths. Meanwhile, unlike what's believed, HeeJoo chose to marry SaEon. She didn't marry him because of her mother, or to placate his family for her stepsister's abdication. As she told Ina, she married SaEon because she wanted to. This means she had feelings for SaEon way before the wedding. Theirs could be a childhood love story. But when he treated her badly, and gave her the cold shoulder after the wedding, she felt miserable and wanted out of the marriage. She finally revealed her ability to speak to her in-laws, out of worry for SaEon, and almost revealed her role in the ordeal, because she wanted her husband safe. Yoo Yeon seems to be up to something sinister. Despite knowing that HeeJoo can speak, he invited Ina as SaEon's wife to the shoot. Ina agreed to his scheme, because she wanted to uncover the secrets the family is hiding. She asked them not to air her face, as she doesn't want to take HeeJoo's place. What's more, someone else must be in cohort with DoJae and the kidnapper. Someone must have linked DoJae to the real SaEon. The real SaEon is not smart enough to have gone into this with DoJae. That leaves the Becks either Yoo Yeon or KyuJin. From the look of his hideout, someone in the family is taking care of him, as he has some family keepsakes in his place, including the infamous portrait SangWoo remembers. It's as though the other mansion was replicated. As already known, Yoo Yeon is very jealous of SaEon. According to Kyung, SaEon inherited the late chairman's smartness, which Yoo Yeon lacks. I was almost sure KyuJin was the culprit, but she seemed surprised seeing her son. It could be that she found out about him during the broadcast, about his attack on SaEon. This could be why she left that heartfelt message for him during the interview. If you recall, she was really mourning him here, unlike her husband, Yoo Yeon. Could it be that Yoo Yeon is working with his real son, to bring SaEon to his knees? Maybe, he noticed that his wife was putting the pieces together, after seeing the news, and asked his secretary to tail her. But then, why would the real SaEon attack SaEon, as seen in the preview, after meeting his mother? DoJae drugged HeeJoo, at the end of the recently concluded episode. SaEon installed a tracker on her phone, after the cliff incident. The tracker leads him to the pond, where he anxiously unzips the black bag, fearing HeeJoo is inside, but he finds DoJae, who the real SaEon probably attacked. Fortunately, HeeJoo can be seen unharmed. SaEon finally meets the psychopathic real SaEon, and a fracas ensues, as he asks him what he wants from him. Reeling from DoJae's betrayal, SaEon asks where it all went wrong, and HeeJoo is by his side to console him. Meanwhile, Kyung confronts Yoo Yeon with a gun, during the late chairman's memorial service. Kyung threatened to kill the real SaEon, if he's not dead in a previous episode. Maybe, finding out that Yoo Yeon's psychopathic son is still alive, will lead to a confrontation in the next episode. He has a strong hatred for the real SaEon, who might have something to do with the accident that killed his son. According to Yuri, someone is trying to cover the orphanage case. This could be Kyung's doing, as he did so when the chairman was alive. Meanwhile, the kidnapper gets his hands on HeeJoo once again, forcing SaEon to hold a press conference. It also looks like the lovebirds will finally consummate their marriage in the next episode. Who do you think is behind DoJae and the kidnapper? On a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious are you for the next episode? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you liked this content, give it a like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.